Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an extremely dirty glasses. But welcome to another Avatar Pandora Rising video. It's me, Lippy, wearing some glasses. Yeah, I know, right? I do actually wear glasses when I look at screens and stuff because it hurts my eyes after a while and it's just helps me focus a little bit better. Just today, or within 24 hours of this video coming out, hopefully I think I've got time to edit this, a new patch is dropped. It's like a hot fix, hot patch thing. It's 0.5.1, I think. You do not have to update your games for this. This was just applied straight to the server. What we're going to do is we're going to go over everything in here because there were no patch notes associated with this. It was just applied and then a brief description was given. I have notes on my computer here, so you're going to see me looking at my computer quite a lot. And we're going to go over the message that was sent out to every player's inbox. So to do that, we're going to jump into BlueStacks. Keep in mind, Avatar is not really optimized for BlueStacks, so you will see some textures that look really wonky and pixelated. Shaders for everything are just complete trash. So it's not representative of the game at all. Also the frame rate is atrocious on this as well. But yeah, we'll get straight into it. So here we are in my base in Avatar. Oh, that frame rate is just shocking. Ugh. Into the inbox messages, and we're going to have a read. Here it is, Commander and Boosted Tower level updates. We're going to read through it. You may have noticed a change in the army power for most of your decks with our recent update. So that's 0.5.0. We noticed a huge inflation of army powers across every single commander. My Quaritch went from like 45k, 47k-ish to 74k, just like that. It was crazy. This was done in an effort to more accurately reflect the capabilities of our forces, creating fairer combats. We've learned that this actually overestimated your army power in some cases, namely with Nemesis commanders. Yes, and just about every commander on the planet. This resulted in players engaging in battles labelled fair, which were actually a bit more difficult. When diving into this further, we realised that towers are the culprit due to commander talent boosts creating large gaps between troop and tower levels. Yes, and also in 0.5.0, which wasn't mentioned, tower levels on commanders got a slight boost in levels. My Quaritch towers went from about 68 to 71, I believe, and that wasn't in the patch notes either. When that gap is closer, tower levels and troops, it allows for more accurate army power representation and better battles. Better battles. Huge quotes on that. We've developed a balance fix so that boosted tower levels will now be based on commander type alongside their rarity. This results in some commanders having their boosted tower levels decreased so they're closer to their troop levels. I just want to say this right now, it's not some, it's all commanders. We'll get into that. We're confident this will lead to better combat experiences. To expedite this, we included some other commander changes that were in progress. Experts and racers had a small portion of their skill and speed moved to their other talents, and Zoomkana now buffs Blast Bulb instead of Ikran Assault. Big change. We look forward to your feedback. Let's go over all these changes here, and then all the changes that weren't listed, and there's a ton of them. Some pretty big changes that weren't listed in this at all. And again, there were no patch notes for this. So this is the closest thing you'll get to patch notes unless they just release it. So the first thing that changed, obviously, is Zoomkana now buffs Blast Bulb instead of Ikran. If you, for any reason, think this is a nerf, you are severely misinformed. If anything, this is a huge buff. Now, as it mentioned, they changed how... Well, they didn't really mention it, did it? They've changed power level calculation now, so that it's different. I can't actually show this now because I've got all my commanders out. That's unfortunate. Now we have an actual commander slot. What we're going to do is we're going to show off this. They will the way that your army calculations have changed is pretty much just what it was pre 0.5.0 before everything got bloated. So all of your soldiers and warriors have had their army power taken back to what it was pre 0.5.0, which is honestly more accurate than what it was in 0.5.0. We've also had our tower levels reduced heavily. I used to have 71 towers on this guy, on my Quaritch. Now I have level 20 towers, so it's a huge drop. However, your troop levels didn't change They shouldn't have changed anyway on any of your soldiers or warriors, or even, I believe, safeguards are the same as well. They didn't change whatsoever. None of the troop levels changed for warriors and soldiers and safeguards. So they're the same. It's just that across the board, all commander towers have been reduced in level for the buff anyway. So you will have lower level towers across all commanders. So now that we're going to be talking about gatherers now, because this is where the meat of this update is. Across all gatherers, you should have seen either an increase or a decrease in power level. And it kind of depends what your talent levels were. Generally, higher talent levels resulted in a reduction of power level simply due to the loss of levels in towers. However, if you were of lower talent level, you may have seen an increase in power level. And that's because what they did was they changed the way that the talents scale. Because the first thing I just want to say is that across all gatherers, they have now changed this. So across all blue or all rare and up, so blue, rarity and upwards, gatherer commanders, they have now split either they buffed gather skill or gather speed. They've now split it. Instead of it just being on one talent, it's on 3 talents now. As you can see here, talent 1, 2, and 3 all have bonuses to mine speed. This will not have any noticeable reduction to your your gathering speed or your gathering skill. It will not be noticeable whatsoever. If anything, you may have lost 1%. That's about it. It's not going to be a noticeable change. The main thing that they changed here is actually how troop levels scale for the buffs. So, like I said, safeguards were not touched, so they're no different at all. It's just every other regular gatherer. Now, I'm going to put this on the screen because it's easier. Pre 0.5.0, the scaling for green commanders, pre 0.5.0 had a scaling that looks something like what you're seeing on your screen right now. Pretty much it was every time you upgraded your talent for the troops, you would get 1 extra level on all troops and the special troop that they buffed until you hit talent level 16, where you then got 2 extra levels on both special and all troops. In 0.5.0 it was changed. As you can see here, once you hit talent level 6, this is where the singular special troop would start getting more levels than the all troops. Per talent level, the singular troop would gain 2 levels, whereas the all troops would gain 1, and it continued on like that until talent 16. And then everything up from there, they're both gaining 2 levels per talent level. Now in 0.5.1, it's changed a little bit. It's no longer linear, nor is it exponential. So now in 0.5.1, and we'll open this up on screen here, all troops here, it's changed a little bit. It no longer just goes 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then it hits a point, and then 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. It's a little bit more dynamic now than it used to be, which means you should have seen a small increase in levels, like maybe 1 to 2 levels, or you may not have seen any increase at all. And this only affected commanders that were talent level 5 or higher. Upgrading to talent level 2, 3, and 4 each give an extra level on top of what all your troops already had. Then when you upgrade to talent level 5, it gives 2 levels on top of what they already had. However, then when you upgrade to talent 6, it gives 1 extra level. And that's the same with talent level 7, 8, and 9. Then when it hits 10, it gives plus 2 levels again. And then it repeats. Levels 11, 12, 13, and 14 all give plus 1 level. Then 15 is plus 2 levels. Talent level 16, 17, and 18 all give plus 1 level. And then when you hit level 19 and level 20, they both give plus 2 levels onto your all troops. As far as the singular troop goes, that hasn't changed, I believe. Now the difference between green and blue gathering harvesters is minimal. It's nothing. It's the same scaling for all rarities. The only difference is the level that you start at. So as you can see here, all troops for Balogun, who is rare commander, it starts at 3 levels. Whereas if we go back to Shen, it starts at plus 2 levels. So obviously epic gatherers, when we get them again, will be plus 4. So that's what's changed as far as all troops go, as far as the gatherers go. So like I said before, you will either have noticed a change or not. Kind of depends. Most gatherers at talent level 5 and above should have seen a maybe 1 or 2 level increase to every troop, except for me, where my Shen, who's at talent level 14, lost a level on her AMP. Which makes no sense to me at all, but hey, it's just a bit odd. When did that finish? Oh, for f***'s sake. Okay, so it's like 6 hours later. I had to go out almost immediately after realizing the recording failed. I just want to go over a few more things before we end this video off. First thing wasn't actually in the patch notes, and that's all 4 uncommon or white rarity tier gatherers now buff a singular troop like they used to way back when. Connor and Hester for RDA now buff rifle troopers and concussion blast respectively. And Tur Itan and Nanti now buff Viper Wolves and Arrow Storm respectively. The other thing that I just wanted to say is that now combat is less about how strong your towers are and is more about how strong your troops are. Because your towers are so much weaker, you're going to have to use your troops much more often to counter things that, or just finish things off that you may have just left alone because your towers could have finished them off in the past. One other thing I want to just touch on quickly is, in my opinion, I just feel like gatherers are becoming way too potent. I get that they're supposed to be strong. I just feel that in a way it's almost impossible to raid any gatherer who is of equal power level to you unless the opponent is completely brain dead or it's just their AI fighting. I'm going to cover this in a later video, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that up just now, just because to get my opinion out there really. Alrighty, well that sums up the video for today. Thank you very much for watching. Apologies I haven't been putting out any other content. I've had to push videos back due to an extra influx of workload in my university course, and this video has just pushed back one other video I was going to release today talking about some future content in Avatar that was leaked when 0.5.0 was dropped. So yeah, look out for that video in the coming days. I also have a 0.5.0 summary, which will be coming out next week probably, sometime. It'll be coming out. I've got a lot to work on right now, and trying to find time to make these videos is becoming a lot harder now. But any changes or things I missed out, I'm going to put a pinned comment down below addressing anything I missed or anything that we discover after I've uploaded this video. If there's no pinned comment, it just means there was nothing to be amended. Hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions, feel free to ask below in the comment section or hit me up on Discord. But if you like the video, make sure to hit that like button and hit subscribe for more Avatar Pandora Rising content. So until next time, I'll catch you all in the next one. Cheers.